We are going to launch back into a little bit of the speech, not of the speech itself, but of the situation in which it took place. A lot of people had a problem with it.
The fact that there were 2,000 people in close quarters on the South Lawn there with seemingly very few of them with masks, no social distancing, ignoring all of the public health recommendations. I suspect that's going to get a lot of comment in the next few days.
And it should, because it wasn't just that he gave a speech at the White House, it's that he had a crowd there. And I remember when Melania spoke and they had the crowd of what looked like 100 to 130 people or so. Doing that coverage with Ben Dixon, I said, Trump's definitely gonna want a crowd. Do you think they're gonna get like 200 people, 250 people? I never would have imagined that they would pack literally thousands of people into extremely close quarters with very few masks. A few, I was looking and I did see a few, but the vast majority not wearing masks. Now we're gonna have more on this, including the White House explanation for this. But Brett, did you predict a crowd of 2,000?
No, I didn't. I mean, I don't know how big the South Lawn is. I thought he might give this speech from a pulpit in the White House. But someone was probably like, you might want to stay off of that because that's where Obama announced that he killed bin Laden. We might not want to do that. But yeah, I had no idea that they'd bring that many people in. I know, but now I can imagine what that process was like. Things like, yeah, where do we do it? And then on the back, him looking out and saying, we need 1,500 people. But it's not just that, it's he turned America into 1780s France. Because the monarch on his way out has invited the nobility to the castle. He turned the White House, it's the people's house. It's supposed to be the people's house. He turned it into Trump's house. He turned it into a castle and invited the nobility in. And if all you need to see is the people walking out of District 1, looking at all the folks that have to play in the Hunger Games to know that this is insane and there is no way in hell it should be allowed. But
exactly, and
this isn't America, what he has done. It is not America. It is
Fox and Friends,
pre-revolution France.
Yeah, except a little bit more death culty. Like the reason the title is the title of the video is called "He Force Feeds Kool-Aid" is that he brought them in, knowing that anyone who's invited, if you want to be taken seriously as a Republican, you're going to want to go, even though you're going to be sitting next to Marjorie Taylor Greene or whatever. And if you wear a mask, you're going to be mocked and heckled and questioned. Your loyalty is going to be questioned, and so they have to go and they have to pack in there and they're not gonna be safe. But to show their loyalty to their God Emperor, they gotta do it. They gotta risk their life. They gotta potentially be the next Herman Cain. That's 2,000 people. That is a third the size of the Tulsa crowd, perhaps more tightly packed in. And there might be more coronavirus floating around in America than there was back then. And so they potentially could get sick. In 2000, if there is coronavirus spreading there will be hospitalizations. And even if only 1%, if there's a 1% fatality rate or something like that, that'll be deaths potentially. And so Jim Acosta talked to the White House and said, why in this situation would you do this? And here's the explanation that they gave.
We not only heard a lot of gaslighting tonight, we possibly saw and witnessed some super spreading from this event. And I talked to a senior White House official earlier this evening about all of these people, hundreds of people sitting side by side in the audience, not wearing masks. And the senior White House official brushed off these concerns about the lack of social distancing at the president's speech tonight, saying, quote, and get this quote might blow you away. Everybody is going to catch this thing eventually. Those are the words coming from a senior White House official about the concerns being raised about this being a possible super spreader event tonight. It reminds me of what a White House coronavirus task force told me one time about the president's grasp of this pandemic. He simply doesn't get it.
So you're worried that people might get it. So our explanation is everyone's gonna get it, literally everyone. So when I say and have said that they've given up, it is like the official position. No, just everybody's gonna get it. And really fast, how many times have I criticized him for his just let it wash over us thing? Let's do the herd immunity, even though now he says that other people wanted to go herd, not him. No, they're going herd. That was a herd of Republicans that you just saw, and they said, yeah, of course they're gonna get coronavirus, and of course they're gonna be more Herman Cains. That is the plan at this point.
Right.
Look at that massive crowd of people risking their life.
Yeah, it's so stupid, and they're all old. And then, and the herd immunity, the herd is a great term for it, because then the White House gates that they walk through to get in there are like the Temple Grandin system to guide cattle to the slaughter. Like that is what we just experienced. And it's about leadership, and it's about taking responsibility. Trump was unresponsive and he is irresponsible, and that is absolutely it. He was unresponsive, and we need to hold him responsible for his failures.
I agree. I just want to show one more clip because a lot of people were responding in real time to the fact that they decided to, they didn't even test people. How could you not test people? They have unlimited 30-minute tests on hand if they want it, and they just aren't doing it. They're choosing not to. It's madness. But here is Dr. Sanjay Gupta as we were finding out about this.
Well, you know what I thought of, and I've just been covering this for so many months now, is that the history books will be written about this chapter in our lives at some point, and it will show events like that and say that in the middle of a pandemic, at a time when the country decided to shut down, when there were 5,000 roughly people were infected, and at a time when there were more than 5 million infected, we started having events like that again. I mean, it's really frustrating. It's mind-boggling, and I think it shows that there's certain segments of the population still have not learned or are not paying attention to what this virus is. That's a real problem. There will be people who became infected as a result of that event last night, and there'll be people who will spread it and possibly require hospitalization, may even die. You don't want this virus. Okay, the more that we're learning about it, even in people who have minimal symptoms, there's a percentage of people who become long haulers. They have symptoms for months afterwards, and maybe it becomes something that they live with. We don't know.
Yeah, I was just reading recently about some sort of weird cognitive issues that are cropping up like seemingly months after some people have been infected. It's still causing problems, let alone all the problems of your other internal organs that we've already known. But no, it's just, hey, whatever, this is the Kool-Aid. You drink it, maybe you have heart problems for the rest of your life. Just drink it, just chug it down. Everybody's got to.
Well, it's an admission of failure. He admitted it. That's it. Done, finished. Everyone else fought against it. All the smart people fought against it. Everybody else who wanted to do something because they cared about human lives fought against it. And other countries won, man, and we lost. Why? Because of Trump's actions, straight up. 180,000 people are dead, and he is not trying to win anymore. And like this weird, terrible fact of the matter of living in Trump's America is he convinces people to give up. Like he convinces people to stop fighting because he's such a bratty loser baby. And that's it. Think about it. We need to take these moments where we like open the door and walk outside and of our little bubbles, and the light blinds us because, and I compared it to a fart smell. We're just in the room with the fart smell for so long we stop smelling it. But we need to step outside, come back in, and breathe and go, oh my God, he failed us so miserably that he just keeps farting, and now we're like at that part where we just kind of accept it. No, we need to take him out and bring a whole bunch of air freshener back in that place till it goes away.
Exactly, take him out in the metaphor of the fart room. Yes. Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.